T1 against 100 Thieves, and it is going to be T1 starting on the defensive side against 100 Thieves on the attacking side. The ultimate match here today.
Here we go. They've been let out of the gates for the first time. Possible small amount of contention to work its way in here towards mid. At the moment, not going to see that. For the most part, 100 Thieves just carving their way right through into market and starting to try to take control of the site. That's going to send Brax, possibly his teammate here on site with him, further deeper into the pit, while 100 Thieves is going to take a little bit of control.
And they are quickly into that. Crashes those stays in the workshop as Brax gets onto the site. They do trade a lot, but they lose control of the site and the spike, though. Your boy Dre comes right back up, takes out Crashies, and all of a sudden, it's a 2 versus 3 that they've brought it back to after a rough start getting that site. 2 players coming through main, and Skadoodle will clean it up, both back-to-back. Venerated and your boy Dre, and pistol round goes to T1.
Ball goes up and market exit to prevent any re-rotates from T1. Ska's going to start this off good. Boot's going to have pressure coming in his direction. It'll still be nearsighted when the push comes his way. So Hiko will find a quick pick there as we see 100 Thieves go for a quick switch up, try and push for short control. They're now back over on market, swinging onto the B site. They're going to work their way down there. We'll see the pressure continue to fold out onto site. Crashies unlikely going to be the first point of contact. Another great paranoia swing coming in from the defenders here. Venerated is able to trade onto Brax, though, but Crashies is holding strong. Finds his second, goes for 3, but is going to be taken out. Hiko will find the exchange. Unfortunately, Hiko, only one of their players still alive from 100 Thieves here, but Hiko's going to make the impact onto a third, and Venerated will close things out to give 100 Thieves their opening round.
And Crashies looks to be the only player here, and with only a Sheriff, it's going to be hard to defend.
See them start to push in here. Crashy's still sitting on the other side of the equation, though, but Brax is going to pick up the first response from further back in the site. Venerated, along with 2 others from the team, are going to be able to push in. We see the paranoia swing out, but there's no follow-up from T1 on the defender's side of things, so we'll more than likely see that paranoia fade away before anyone can capitalize on it. Spike also going to go onto the ground. At the moment, T1 not trying to immediately go for the retake, so 100 Thieves is going to take a lot of control.
I like what they did, actually even that up for a good portion of that, but with that, they're going to put time on their side, or on the other people's side here, as 100 Thieves has that in their advantage. There's a recon pull, Venerated through the wall on the food, but instantly the resurrect comes in, Crashes, finds 1, maybe 2, and AZK as well, all up to VALORANT in the backhaul here, and he gets 2, but they already spotted out his position, and Brax is there with the double peek on top of it. It's going to be impossible for VALORANT, and T1 does respond with the defuse. It was going to be close.
Food, in the meanwhile, is falling back, and that's more than likely a good decision, considering the pressure that's about to work its way from Catwalk over towards that site.
Finally a test on this site. Skadoodle is here. Fault line's coming in. There's players coming in from Tree, and also that A main. Things are getting difficult, but they slow down as the utility is used quickly to deny this. Finally through the door, it's Venerated with 2. AZK is going to come through the behind and catch VALORANT finally, but they still haven't even gotten the spike down. And Brax is there to respond on the Pride, who finally peeks his shiny little head out the side. And all of a sudden, things are looking very difficult. There's still spike not down finally. As we approach this 3v3, the retake has to be Prime still, as this is difficult. The setup there, Crashes gets your boy Dre out of position, and all of a sudden, they've tipped the tide. Neural theft as well, and they know where both of them. Brax with the spam through the walls, from the rafter, down below. I really like actually what they just did. The small adjustment to put AZK on the secondary operator and move Brax back towards B with the Phantom, because they could expect on the low money situation that this is going to happen. They're going to try to crash through B again, but it's a trade. Brax does not win it out. The recon bolt spots Crashies, but his movement too good. Hiko again, though, with the spam on the Crashies. That wall is so thin. And they do have the sight, but they don't have the weapons. Spike not even there. Your boy Dre is going to revive Venerated. But is he actually going to find a position against AZK? Well, has this aim down cover right in the spawn. Finally, the spike goes down.
That dark cover, the only reason he's staying alive right now, so a good assist coming in from that. Although you've got AZK holding the line. Venerated, though, still able to pick up at least 1 more before going down to food. Shock darts going in from AZK to try and split up the setup from within the site. Attackers still have 3 players standing up. 1 from T1 is heavily lit in the meantime, as they're going to try and move into retake. Food already eliminated as he tries to push down into the pit.
Ska's here with the tree angle. And there's going to be 5 players there. Slow orb. They're going to push through it, and Ska's just watching that. A mistake from Venerated for sure, as his teammates were not behind him on that one. But aggressive peek from Ska. Thankfully, it doesn't pay. They're going to try to get through this. A split. Hiko is going to take him out, though. Knows the position that Ska is going to end up grabbing, and they're going to have to spray through this wall or opt to do something different. There's a... from the shadows from Hiko, but it's up into sight. VALORANT also working. That door is still on the AZK, and all of a sudden they've got space. An aftershock to push Brax off too, but Food finds another, and they don't have... oh, they do have the spike in. It's planted down in really good positions because they still have tree control. The retake is going to be difficult, but Food is in towards a main.
Hiko's still with a good held position too, so this is a really tough retake. Crashies, though, starts this off well once again. Food will be lost as he tries to push back in. That will give away Hiko's position, but that doesn't mean Hiko's a dead man just yet. He can still make a lot of play from right here. They're going to jump down, try to take him out, and actually Hiko's not able to line up on anything. Crashies takes him out outright.
They've got mid control. They pushed all the way aggressive. Food is way down, and they basically know what's coming. You can see the Sova. AZK already rotating off of A as they make their approach finally into B.
Oh, so many traps. We can hear the slings as they're trying to work their way through them here. Now, the reason we see T1 taking mid is obviously because of the massive stack from 100 Thieves trying to push their way forward. This Cam got a lot of info too, but at the moment, the only kill we're going to see go up on the board is going to be VALORANT's frag. Crashy trades that back though, but Venerated will eliminate him, securing B control here for the attackers on 100 Thieves. It's not necessarily a lockdown site though. Skadoodle and a few of the others are already moving in for a retake, but it's not going to pan out. Leaning in towards A once again. For the most part, T1 have been able to fend these off, and Food, he can pick up a multi here and stop it before it even begins, but that won't be the case. Skadoodle is going to have to step up to the plate now instead. Food is lost on the trade, although he does take one with him. So 2 will be down, now 3 in fact, for the side of 100 Thieves. Hiko will finally eliminate Skadoodle, but the damage is already done. They put it down to a 3v2 with all 3 of the remaining T1 players still at 100 HP. The really good part is the utility is a little bit light, but at the same time, we're going to see an ult pop come out here, trying to reveal a bit more intel for T1. It certainly does that. Tries to lock out the last positions of these attackers. Hiko's going to sneak in, slam the door shut behind him. With time getting incredibly low, will go for the plant, but they might be able to outright deny it here with the ult, and in fact they will. Brax picks up one of the last kills here now.
So if they come back to mid, yes, they got the smoke
Food
now there, but there's no way that they know that Food is here. They're not going to check it. He gets so much info, and it's a spray down. 2 players down, possibly more. Hiko finally cleans him up, and there's still some room to work with because A has been rotated off, but all of a sudden they're right back there. 1 player in the site, even though the door is closed, shut. As AZK is also going to deny VALORANT some room. Brax. But the setup is so good. Skadoodle going to get the op shot, and now they have no clue that Food is there, especially with the wall off. And then the breach ultimate rolling thunder way down this corridor though. He gave up the spots. An aftershock will also get your boy Dre, but orbital strike will ultimately end that. But the job is done as Food has knocked him out. Even an ultimate from Brax to spot exactly how many players are there. What is the strength of this push? And they back off again. I mean, 100 Thieves keep getting pushed off when they have a plan. It's desperation. Hiko even tries to use his ultimate into the B site with the spike, and they've got that down now too. VALORANT on his final steps, and it looks like the final cry here in the second half for 100 Thieves as T1 picks up 3 in a row to go up 9-3, and they do what they wanted, which is a dominant start. And there is an aggressive setup in this B main. If he lurks too far ahead, he might get his head taken off by 2 players playing in the crossfire. Yes, your boy Dre is there, but they're all towards A. And there has been no rotates really pulled off from this. Here's the approach, recon bolt in, and Skadoodle with the wall too. This could be really good for them.
Paranoia swings in from the side, did not affect the players sitting underneath, but thankfully VALORANT was already low enough. Brax and Food also finding kills against the rotates that move into that site quickly. Great opportunity opened up here now for 100 Thieves, only losing 1 player on the execute. And as far as 100 Thieves is concerned here, they'll have to do a lot of effort to rotate back in and take out T1. Still give them control over the pistol. Dre starts this off strong, though, continuing from the performance previously, but he can't follow it through. Brax is able to take him out in a very long-range battle from the exit of long. Gets him up there and leaves pretty much everything up to Pride here now for 100 Thieves on the pistol.
And 2 and 12. If there was a time for him to start shining and to bring back that confidence that you know he wants, it would be now, but AZK will Into the site, there's Sage and Brimstone here. Your boy Dre, nice shoulder peek from Crashies to bait out the shot and push him back down. Double cage on the CT spawn with 13 seconds left. There's gonna be a flash to take this site. Door has been put down and a wall as well. This is a really nice wait and take as Food finds one. They've got to get this last player. No time for the spike. I think he's planning behind the box, so yes, he will get it. And Pride jumps through this corner and does take it out finally, but AZK is still up.
AZK trying to hold on here, but misses that one angle. He fails to check, unfortunately. So VALORANT will run in from the market entry, eliminate him. See a lot of pressure starting to work its way in. Crashes with a good start, but they have a teammate there to immediately send it right back the other direction. Working their way out now for multiple players, but at the moment, we see T1 taking control of the situation. It's not going to stay that way, though. Dre, with the next pickup, Skadoodle is going to res Food back into this fight, bringing the total man count up to 4 right now for T1. 100 Thieves still down at 3. Hiko's going to change that, though, by eliminating Brax outside on the flank. Now they just have to worry about the site players. Still having to start that retake, though. A lot more work to be done. See T1 as well, still with one more ult. They could send that out at any given time if they need to. There we go. It's going to roll in, hopefully stun the people pushing in from tree. Not the easiest find, though. Skadoodle and Dre, both on the Sage, pick up a kill for either team. T1, though, a lot of time being wasted from this, and Skadoodle, another clean kill. AZK will pick up the last one, and T1 push it up to map point.
Nowhere to run!
AZK, the owl drone into the site to spot out where the players are exactly. Really doesn't get information, and with that, as he spots the owl drone, he knows he's occupied. Venerated will Hunter's Fury him down and even get another one. Brax really trying to get through this window with the barrier orb up. It's a really nice position, even towards market. So much space. Food, though, jumping over the trap wire. And they don't have that camera there, I believe, possibly. Your boy Dre will find one. The spike now pushing in towards A main, but he's playing in dark. Food is going to lurk back. Oh, a shot on the Hiko, but VALORANT has gotten the spike down, and there's no chance now in the round. I definitely feel bad to lose to an eco round on match point. If you're Hiko and crew from 100 Thieves, it is going to be him solo in towards tree. And the flashpoint's in. He gets blind. He has to fall off. And all of a sudden, he leaves it up to the Cypher player on site. And he's going to be able to hold on. VALORANT down in dark. He's going to find Food, but Brax will trade him out. And now he's got a Phantom. He's going to start the spray. Still 4 players up on the retake. There are 3 coming from heaven. Actually, all 4. And it's even going to be from the shadows into spawn. A brilliant play from Brax, but he gets sent back. But does get the info.
So much time being wasted here. 100 Thieves need to find their way out onto the site. A good opener from Dre, but he's not going to be able to take it any further. Venerated now finds the next one here for 100 Thieves. Bring it down to just 2 at the moment for T1, but they push the timer very, very far down. This could be the end of it. AZK already picking up 1 kill. The rest of 100 Thieves desperately trying to move in, grasping for a position to get onto that spikes, but Brax using his position so well, makes it a quad kill in the final seconds of the round, and closes out the map for T1 as they take control. 13-5, a beautiful closer from Brax.
And they've held them off a little bit, but no camera for him to spot this. That they're coming through B main, he might get caught out of position. They're already on the site. They've got a wall up, and Food finds your boy Dre out of the corner over the wall, but Elliot looking forward. He plays through the cyber cage, but Braxton Food is looking back and he dominates. And all of a sudden, they were going to have the site to plant that spike. And we've got lurks going on. Crashies is still in mid. Pride is aware that that's a potential possibility, but they've got really no room at all to work out of this B heaven. Venerated, though, drops down and finds AZK. He gets right into quick and dirty, but now by himself. Food tries to find him. Yes, he does. Tico. Pride still finds Crashies the lurker, but it's only now 2 versus 2. Skadoodle trades back on the Venerated. Last player here, Pride, and it's Food with the 4K.
T1, though, is going to start to throw a little bit of pressure towards A, most notably up ramp right now. Venerated will more than likely be the first point of contact to mesh against this. I'm being, he'll be smoked out. Prevent access from moving its way forward so easily. A lot of utility being thrown against him, but this is all just so they can get access to the ropes and work their way back into mid instead. They'll take full control there at the moment. It's uncontested by 100 Thieves. They have realized the fake due to the noise being made in the tunnels. They're going to try and beat them to the rotate, but it seems as though they've lost in that fact. Skadoodle finds the first marker here on the site by eliminating Dre. Ballatw is able to hold on, though, just on his lonesome in the corner. More importantly, he drops the spike. Will eventually go down, though, to Food. that should give the plan opportunity finally over to T1 here.
But a good start from Venerated. He finds 2, and it's now all left to Skadoodle with 1 HP heal, nowhere to be found. And even though they got juked, even though they got completely what looked like outplayed in the early moments of that round, as it go on the other side, he's not going to challenge too much, and the spike is over back towards B. So eventually this should be really nice for Brax, and there's paint shells and satchel charges as he finds Valiant's position. Not a Cyber Cage will chase you or find you. Save you in these situations. Skadoodle with the wall up in heaven as well, and now it's all up to your boy Dre. Let's see what he can do. Nothing as Skadoodle comes around the corner. Food as well. This round looks cleaned up, and T1 respond again in the same fashion we saw on Ascent, this time on the attack. Whenever 100 Thieves looks to win a round, it's 2 rounds back to back. Hiko, last remaining player. Yes, he will find 1, and he still has a paint shell plus the showstopper available, so maybe we speak too soon. It's still a 1v3 though, so still looking very difficult, but we've seen crazier things from Hiko.
Positions to work with here are so tough, and he's got this flank moving in from Brax, which is going to put a very swift end to the clutch attempt, lurking his way over the next couple seconds if he's not very careful about it. Smokes are going to start to plume out onto the site as well. We see an ult and ending up with popped here too to help with the initiation, and T1's going to start rolling out onto the site. 100 Thieves doing a good job of hiding themselves, but where's the trade? They're only keeping themselves alive at this point. They're not stopping the hit. There we go. Hiko with the first pickup, and it's an important one too. But just like that, Brax is going to swing in, trade it back against Hiko, and Ska will res their fallen teammate. Site control now under the control of T1. 100 Thieves right at the gates, ready to retake. Venerated gonna move in with the shorty, find one against Crash. He's eliminating him once again. He's been falling behind a little bit in this map. Venerated continues his reign, finds the next pickup against Food too, bringing T1 down to just 3 players left in this. Dre and Ska are gonna trade out blows. A lot of the controls starting to work its way back into 100 Thieves, but is it enough? Only 1 player left standing now. Brax having to pull off this 1v3 clutch. The first push against him is not successful. The second push, he's able to line up the spray for that one too. See the grenade go out to try and flush back his last remaining opponent, and he's gonna do it. Brax picking up that final kill there. Start off this round. T1 a lot of pressure into mid at the start yet again. 2 players moving up to the big box on the right side, just past the hop up. Going to be able to take control of that. At the moment, no contestation here in mid from 100 Thieves. They're sitting back, letting their opponents swing in and take it. Great adjustment from Pride. Gets flashed out by the breach on the other team and still manages to take the win on the initial fight.
Well, Hiko's going to run into a world of hurt. Yes, AZK's right there. Your boy Dre was nowhere near. And even the Raze is going to get away. Actually, Orbital Strike now can find a lot as your boy Dre is there too. Finally, they take him out, but he tries to make a gamble teleport. Food does. It's not going to work out. Skadoodle, the last player. But it could. A lot of time sunk. 40 seconds now. Brax will go with the showstopper to clear out space, and he does get that. But a Molly is put into play to waste the time even further. And the rotate is now on out of A. They could still call the audible. There is time, but they're not going to do that. Choose to go where they know. Pride still here on the site. He's fallen all the way back. A camera to retake. All the way down. Valiant spots it. Cage is out as well. Pride in a good position. This is really good for them. Valiant onto Food. Start things off, but they've got 2 still left. And Pride in the corner. He gets taken out. AZK left by himself. Now they've got ropes control. Crashes it all the way through. And Pride, the man who's been trying to hold on. Another B approach. Valiant gets the spot with the camera. Gets the cage. The wall is down, but they're now stopping, waiting for this. Yes! Food onto Pride, shuts it down, and the approach with Paranoia, but Venerated down the stairs. They've slowed them down. They've made them fall back all the way. Hiko finds another one too, who is Crash. He's lurking in that A heaven, and they've shut this down. The ideas that T1 had gone, and we might be seeing 4 rounds now for 100 Thieves.
Much more consistent stoppages coming in from 100 Thieves. It seems as if they finally read into the strategy from T1, at least when it comes to these B executes, and has tried to lock into it. Might have spoke a little bit too soon, though. AZK and Brax make sudden aggressive push out onto 2 different players and strike true, knocking out both of them. That'll give them the sight. Dre is going to use his res ultimate to get Venerated back into the fight, which will bring 100 Thieves back up to 3, evening the manpower from T1. Also still has 3 players up and standing. Question here is, can they pull off the retake? A large majority of their player base pushing back in from heaven right now, and they don't have a lot of intel on post plan. The good news is not necessarily a whole lot of spots they have to check here. Brax, I'm likely going to try to swing in late and find that last second impact. Another ult going to work its way out, but it misses pretty much everybody there. Brax and AZK find the next two pickups. Bring the roster down to just one here for the side of 100 Thieves in a round that looks so promising, so good at the beginning. Unfortunately, does not go their way.
Really getting hammered on this B side, and the adjustments that they made and the plays that they made too with the double operators are not working out. Brack's gonna go boldly outside, and VALORANT with the Bucky finds two. Food though will finally trade him. Your boy Dre is on an off angle. There's a res available, but what will that actually do? As the slow orb is right on top of them, they have to fall back. Make sure they have the spike and look at the position from Pride.
There's VALORANT stepping up to the plate. Once again, we talked about him before. Pride going to do the same thing from the inside of Market. Looking to pick one up, but he will go down after finding that initial kill. Neural Theft going to be utilized here now. Is Veteran able to swing quickly enough? Unfortunately, no, he is not. Crashies hears that coming and does counter it back out in order to give back at least a slight workable advantage here to T1 now that they've been able to split 100 Thieves down to just one player on each site.
Goes still here, and he knows what's coming. A couple players up ropes, but he gives it up. He's a showstopper. He's gonna have to fight them head on. No hat Cypher makes it difficult, but still Satchel charges in, and Hiko played that brilliantly. But I mean, with the timing of this push, here we go. A dark cover over. Yes, that gives him the room to actually fall back and back into the sights. Nobody though backing him up. They do hear the flashpoint now. Finally, Sage is gonna walk over, but they've got control of A Heaven.
Moving in, we are going to see an attempted port over to Venerated, but it will get denied and sent right back to where it came from. Venerated with the next lineup eliminates a very important player from the T1 roster. Brax is going to get knocked out, popping AZK around the corner, finds a trade, and they'll just continue going back and forth, one for ones on both ends of the equation. That eventually brings us down to what is now a 2 versus 2, given Hiko's most recent kill. Skadoodle's going to try to push it further, but VALORANT swings out, finds him. Food will take out Hiko though, and this falls to a 1v1. VALORANT gonna use the Neural Theft to get the position of the last man standing for the other side. Now can he leverage it? No, it actually messes him up because he thinks he's gonna be at a much closer angle when in reality, a couple tap attempts coming out here from T1 roster to hold it back. As you had mentioned though, Pinch already working its way through mid. AZK and Food shut down the first two players that try to swing in. Paranoia is going to hit Food pretty heavily, but he sends it back and gets the visual cue to get at least one kill before he goes down to Dre there. Dre now going to be stuck in position, waiting for the rest of his heal to go off. Hiko will group up to try and clear out top ramp real quick. The problem isn't up here, it's down in the cubby that they have to worry about another player being in position. And Dre makes quick work to eliminate him. 100 Thieves certainly trying their best to rally in this round here, despite the disadvantage that have been thrown their way, and Dre is a big part of that. A third kill now going in his direction with the elimination of Skadoodle. They're still stuck at the bottom of ramp leading into A, waiting to see T1's going to make a move against them. We will start to see that a little bit here. Hiko being forced back, and Crashies just shows up with the double kill to end it all.
No more charges left.
On Hiko down in B main. And finally now VALORANT moving forward on this A ramp, but there's three here. They're playing such a good setup. VALORANT's gonna find one possibly, but then the swing around the corner, but Pride is there too. But one more player that they don't expect, it's Food, and he's got him right in his sights. Pride and VALORANT go down, and it's all left to the three over here on the other side, and because of that, they're gonna opt to go to the other side.
Why his scoreboard has been a bit quieter than what we've seen in some of the previous matches. He's got a chance right here, though, but he's going to get nearsighted. Push comes to shove. Thankfully, Skadoodle's also here to help him out. Crashies will swing, find his own first target. Dre will take out Skadoodle, leaving him, for the moment at least, alone here. That's not going to stay that way for very long. More rotates on the way. Dre, though, picking up a second kill, eliminates Crashies. He's going to try to go for the default plan. He knows he's got another player up in heaven. Is trying to watch out for a repeat on that. Apparently doesn't leave himself a lot of time to secure the plant, but at least gets the job done, and now can focus on the 1v1. In fact, he's even going to push it a little bit further. Brings Hiko up. Hiko should get insta-refract here by Food, and he finds the next one right after that. Venerated for 100 Thieves will lead the charge, pushing into heaven. Rest of the team, as you can see, very much attached to him. No one on T1 is going to make an attempt to strike back against that. Crashy's going to have to be here. Food also falls very quickly, as does Crashy's. Able to get one, but that's it so far. A very good execute from 100 Thieves. Rotates are on the way, however, as Skadoodle starts it off on the retake. that opening frag against Tico.
A big teleport from Venerated down into the hell position. Brax on top of him. They might actually opt to back off, but with the round lead that they have, almost no chance. Skadoodle dives right on top of Venerated. A difficult shot. He finds 3, and Brax with the remaining player. The spike already being defused. The confidence on this team of T1. There's still 2 players here. Up on top, Brax is up here, but only 1 player going to be looking towards this A ramp. So he's going to be by himself. He can fall into his other teammate, but if there's a split, which isn't happening, so he doesn't have to worry about that at all. He might actually be able to do really nice with Skadoodle on this as well. Brax will peek around the corner. 2 and 3. Venerated comes down the ramps finally, which is what he needed to worry about, but he got the job done. 2 players left against 3. Hiko, one of them. There's still a possibility, but there's 1 player lurking around the box, and Hiko doesn't even know, but AZK is not going to be able to confirm the kill. Finally does. Venerated by himself. He gets into the sights, but gets sent back, and this might be it. The swan song for 100 Thieves is Venerated.
Oh, no.
Doesn't even find the one as they go through into the A site. No chance here.
And that is going to close it out, ladies and gentlemen. T1 take the second map 13-4 and are going to claim the series in 2-0 fashion with that second map going under their control.